Hello, welcome everybody. I have been thinking for a long time to make a sketchbook tour video, but I was somehow putting it off for quite some time, and here I am now right in front of you. Um, it, so this video is about this sketchbook, this one. And this is basically a paper blanks unlined ultra 176 pages 100 gsm sketchbook. So I have completed it quite some time back, and I thought that I'll make a sketchbook tour video of this. um the sketches are from 18th February 2025 to 26th July 2025. 5 months and 8 days of painting, roughly about 32 to 34 pages per month. So during this time, I was nearly drawing almost every day. Maybe some days I didn't draw, and other days maybe I drew more than one page. That really doesn't matter. The quantification helps to get an idea of my artistic journey, but it is always a byproduct of the actual journey. Um, of course, if I target drawing every day, I don't think that it will be a good idea for me. It may work for you, but I don't think that's something interesting to me, because my life as an artist is all about remaining sensitive to all the things that are happening around me in general, and then converting some of those events that I experience into a drawing or a sketch. Sometimes these experiences don't qualify to be converted into a sketch, and that is okay. Uh, how it all started? Well, one day, one of my friends wanted to meet me and he called me to his home. He also asked me to bring my sketches so he could see them. And I was trying to search my artworks, and I couldn't find quite a few of my good sketches. Particularly, I had a series of my son playing with his toy vehicles, and I couldn't find them. Though I have the photographs of the artworks in social media, but a real work is a real work after all. The touch and feel of it, and it cannot be substituted. And that created a real sense of loss. I felt that I lost a very important thing in my life. I felt that's the only good thing I did after I came to Netherlands, and I lost that. With this sense of loss, I also had another realization. How much as an artist have I created so far? Uh, my life is running out, and I haven't created that many artworks. So with these two intense insights, the two, one being that my artworks are scattered here and there, and the second is that I haven't created so many sketches. So with these two insights, I decided to start my sketchbook journey with mainly watercolor and a small and a uniball black pen. And this way the sketchbook journey started. And so let us start seeing the artworks in this sketchbook. So most of my sketches are like from inside the train, like when I'm traveling from Almer Park White to Utrecht Central for my work. Mostly I will be inside one of the train compartments and try to sketch strangers there. I find like when you are in a public transport, it is quite fascinating to observe different people and try to sketch them. That's really so nice, and so that's what I try to do. And in this sketch, as you can see, there are people who are engrossed in their mobiles. um, Moving on, this one is like inside the building where people are engrossed in their activities, going for shopping, etc. moving on. So this is a sketch which I did on 15th March 2025. And I remember the incident. What happened is that I was sketching this person, as you can see, and then a lady comes over, and then she's so surprised to see me sketching and saying, "Oh, you are sketching that man," and I was so embarrassed. And the man also came to know that he was getting sketched by me. But then I continued, but somehow that disturbed me, and my focus was not there. And yeah, so I still remember. This is a sketch from McDonald's in Hilversum. So in Hilversum there is an art shop where I went to buy colors, and while coming back, I went inside a McDonald's to eat a burger because I was hungry. And from the window, I could see this, and I started painting this straight away. Actually, I didn't do the everything there. I actually sketched it and then took a picture of it. And at home, from that picture reference, I added certain things, and I felt quite good. I felt that the result of this was so nice. It's raw, and actually, earlier I was doing a lot of oil painting, so watercolor is still something. I was not very familiar at that time. So you can see there is this style or oil style in this use of watercolor in this sketch. Is not finished, so but I moved on to the next. This sketch is from a bus and not from train, and this is the M8 bus, and I'm coming from Almer Centrum to Almer Parkwijk. And this is one of the train sketches, again the inside of the train, where I see people standing with their headphone, and this came out quite nice. This man, the way he's engrossed in whatever he's listening, it's quite fascinating, and the colors are also so nice. Sometimes your artwork surprises you, like you don't plan it to be the way and it comes out in a different way, and it surprises you. And this is one of those kind of sketches where I was surprised by the result, and it's one of my favorite sketches. I remember when I was coming back from my work and I was in Almer Centrum, I saw the train, and I was I was so relieved that I reached home. But then I also felt that the train has to again go back to Utrecht Central, so I felt sorry for the train. So, and that feeling I wanted to capture in my sketch, and then I wrote this after doing that sketch. This is on my way to the all hands meeting at Beatrix Theatre, Utrecht. This is the 8:50 train in the morning from Almer Centrum to Utrecht Central. In this sketch, I change my approach by starting from the foreground and then moving on to the faraway objects. So, like about this sketch is that only the central character, which is not very near, that has been little bit highlighted in color, and she's engrossed in her mobile. I think most of the time people are engrossed in their mobile, and but it captures so nicely. It captures that central character so nicely. Composition is one of the important things that we need to do, and here also that is what I kept in mind and tried to splash the color in a way that feels good, that I felt looks nice in this particular sketch. And the view through the window is made color with color, and most of the other things are left blank. It's quite nice when you leave most of the pages of your sketchbook blank. I don't know, it gives such a good feeling. The chairs, they occupy most of the space of the page, and the central character, which is basically at one of the corners. Yeah, this is 11th April 2025. Mostly I take the sprinter, but in this occasion I think the sprinter was not there, so I had to take a intercity train to Amsterdam Zuid, and from there I would have taken a sprinter or an intercity to Utrecht Central. The colors were too much, so I had to wash them um, down a running tap of water by covering other things so it doesn't spoil the other parts of the sketchbook. And yeah, this is how it looks. In this sketch you can see the motion of the train is made apparent by this the way the paint is applied on the page. Here I was doing a sketch. Again, I was not in my usual sprinter but an intercity train, and here basically the central character, this person was so much near to me, and it was a daunting task for me to sketch him, but somehow I managed, and I did a lot of adding colors and removing, adding colors and removing. That's the beauty of watercolor, that you can remove. And then finally I was quite satisfied with the way it came out. This is one of the sketches that I'm quite pleased with the way this has turned up, because here it is a bit of an abstract way of representation of the inside of a train. I did wash a lot, and then you can see the color dripping down from the top, and then I would be like putting the color on top, and I would like drip the colors like this, and that is how you see here. This is one of my favorite sketches. This is quite fascinating. So what I did was, I was inside a bus, and then I sketched it quite fast, and then the color and everything came later from the reference picture in my mobile. And then this addition of the far away bus that is visible from inside the glass window. The driver is sitting here in the bus, cannot see him because of this opaque object covering him, but you can see the steering. And there on the road, like this is the road and this is the footpath, you can see a man walking by, and this blue color bus, same as this bus that we are inside here in this picture. And there is this person over also, and the design of this is quite fascinating. So this is what I do a lot of times, is I visit back to my sketches back in time and then add some color, and this is how it happened. So after a long time of sketching this, I came back and I added these colors, and I was quite happy with the way it came out. In the train, and I saw somebody who is totally exhausted after celebrating King's Day, and he's on his way to his home. And then I have written in Bengali over here Klanti, and it looks quite, I don't know why the reason I wrote it, that I felt that I should write it there. That is how it happened. There is no logic to it. The journey is quite boring maybe, but let's make the journey colorful. And then the time that we have, the time that we spend our life, that becomes also colorful. So let's make the journey colorful. Let's make the journey a bit more colorful. After wandering in the woods in Assen, heading home to Almira. This is 26th April 2025. Okay, this is one of the sketches in which I am seeing myself and drawing myself, as you can see the notebook. And maybe later sometime I will come back again and add some colors to it, because I think that I should add some colors to it to make it look even better without disturbing the essence of this artwork. Basically, this is one of the concepts that came to my mind like while doing it. Is basically there is this philosophy of the Vedanta philosophy um, where there is this concept of Brahman. Brahman is basically the universal consciousness, or consciousness in general. Like each person is not only the material body and flesh, but also he has like the consciousness in him, and that consciousness is basically universal. There is only one consciousness, that is the Brahman concept. And when I'm drawing myself uh, in that reflection on the window, I am basically drawing that consciousness, something like that. I'm not sure if I could express it properly. Maybe later sometime I will come back and try to finish it. This is also one of the trips to Zandvoort beach, which I do remember. Few I do not, but this one I remember. When I was sketching, this person was drunk, and he also had, after some time, another friend came and joined him, but I couldn't draw him, but because he was sitting this side, the other side, and he was quite scary. And I was feeling like if he finds me, I'm sketching him, then I don't know what's going to happen. I was a bit scared, but I continued to draw. And okay, so this is also one of my favorite sketches. Like I like this sketch a lot. This is, I am actually capturing another person who is going to office. Like me, I am also going to office for work, but I do take out this small portion of time inside the train and try to draw something. But this person is also, going to work, so it's like I am sketching myself, so I can see myself in that person. He has the laptop on his lap and is doing work, like some office work. But then yeah, so finding some time out of your daily grind and do something meaningful like some artwork is what I feel. Maybe somebody else doesn't feel that way, that is perfectly okay, but I feel that's what creates a very good essence of life. Otherwise, I feel it's quite empty. He's a stranger, of course, I don't know him, but I'm getting a view from uh, this gap from the seats, and I'm able to capture him. Then the motivation behind my sketches, they give me a lot of happiness, not only at the time I am doing, but later on when I'm seeing them, it gives me a lot of joy. Okay, so this one sketch, it's also very close to my heart, and I didn't apply the colors right at the time when I was doing the sketch. I applied color very recently, like maybe 15-20 days back. Come back and apply color to this because I like the colors a lot. Maybe a small part of it, maybe the central character, or if you see it's um, totally empty is also fine, but somehow the colors enrich the picture. And here you can see between these two chairs, you can see this person whose face is hidden and he's engrossed in his mobile. You see a lot of people coming and going, and there is like this influx of people and outflux of people, and in the train, and there is a little bit of a chaos. This is basically trying to capture that chaos. Nothing is permanent, like people are coming and going, and you have to capture it while you are drawing live. That's what I have tried to do. So there are some train reflections, and yeah. This is I think after doing this I did this. This is on the like uh, they're very quick sketches, and they are very fast, and I'm trying to be a little bit more free with the way I'm doing my sketches without any rules or anything. But the crisscross lines, as you can see, a lot, but certain things are quite visible. And this is a sketch from a bus. But an excerpt of a lyrics from Varun Grover, which is like तू किसी रेल सी गुजरती है मैं किसी पुल सा थरथराता हूँ तू भले रत्ती भर न सुनती है मैं तेरा नाम बड़बड़ाता हूँ. It's because though this lady is very like you can say soft and humble and nice, but she has but when this man interacts with her or meets her, it's a heavy impact that is created inside him, because of course the feelings that he has for her. And so that's why like it is compared like a train. When a train goes through a bridge, the bridge vibrates, heavily, because the train creates such an impact on that bridge. And though she doesn't realize, तू भले रत्ती भर न सुनती है मैं तेरा नाम बड़बड़ाता हूँ. This is basically, this is though she doesn't know, but he keeps chanting her name because he loves her. Yeah, so that is the idea behind this image. There is another sketch inside the train, and this is a different way of putting the colors. So there is contrasting color, like you can see the blues and the yellows and the reds, how it all gels together. It's quite fascinating, this color combination of this sketch. Again, one of those sketches where the subjects are very near me, and this also came up quite nice. This is also a very favorite sketch for me. Yeah, so this is basically done by colored pencil, and the effect is quite nice. This is a different way of sketching where I am trying to now warp the space or bend the space to a ridiculous degree, and I don't know how much I succeeded, but I quite don't dislike it. It's quite okay. It's different. The subjects in the train are also quite interesting, and the person in the foreground, I could capture a little bit of him. This is my train journey when I'm going to see, on my way to Anselm Kiefer exhibition in Van Gogh and State Lake Museum. So while I'm going to see this, I do this in the train. It is one of those occasions when the portrait resembles her actual face a lot. Okay, sometimes when I'm sketching those characters, the faces become different from the actual character, but this is one of those instances where it resembles the actual character. However, soon I realized Amsterdam Zuid and had to leave the train in a hurry. Yeah, one of the things that happened while I'm sketching in the train is like the time passes away so fast that I don't realize, and then by the time I realize that I have to quickly put everything in my bag and run to get out of the train, I do that quite some time. And maybe I should be mindful of that and try to feel that it's okay if I miss the station. It's okay. It's okay to be a little bit late than to do something very silly and bad in this in this act of doing things in a hurry. So I have written some of the thoughts that I had look after witnessing this very nice exhibition by Anselm Kiefer. Kiefer's exhibitions are very nice. His artworks are very impactful. So this is one of those monumental sculpture of lead. This is by Kiefer. It's a B-1 bomber. There is an evident play on what the sculpture depicts and the material from which it is made, a contrast that of. So it's like this is to make us aware of the negative things that wars bring. Kiefer's works are basically a reminder of the bad things that war has done to humanity, and it is basically this plane is basically taking that burden of history in terms of there is some books and journals, the historical books like all the wars, the scars of the war. It is bearing that. It's kind of symbolic in a way. History is the form of giant books weighs down the wings and clogs the engines. At the same time, the snake in the cockpit offers hope as it can shed its skin, symbolizing rebirth. This is one of a very huge work from Kiefer, so I tried to sketch it. And basically one of the thoughts that came to my mind, there is a lot of controversy in terms of, like, not controversy actually, but many people say that Kiefer's work are very large and that's not good for like the environment. Why you need to make such huge works? Like it can be smaller also, and you can equally transmit whatever thoughts or whatever feelings you want to transmit to your viewers by making the artwork smaller. But what I think, and it might not be the same for others, it is like the thought is like big, small, minimalistic, non-minimalistic, surreal, color, black and white, etc. are the physical aspects of an artwork. The main thing is whether one is able to reach to the consciousness. The purpose of art is to reach the consciousness, which is in a different realm altogether. This is while coming back from museum plane to Almere Central. Portraits that I did. While in the train, this old lady, and the way it came was so nice. I could capture the essence of this lady. I find drawing old people, particularly old women, very easy and hassle-free. They don't mind it if we get looked into each other's gaze occasionally. They are least bothered. This is one of the rare occasions when my subject is not engaged in her mobile phone. She had her eyes half closed for most of the time, was not moving much, so it was very easy for me to draw. She's reading a newspaper or a magazine, tight script. That's what I think it is. So then there are some philosophical thoughts here. Then there's this sketch. Okay, so I was drawing this man who was drinking a beer, and this is also like, it looked exactly like the man I was drawing. It came out quite nice. This is like an unusual spot inside the train which generally gets overlooked, but I thought that I should draw this. I got so bored doing the same scene again and again, so I sat in a different place. In front of me was the toilet. It felt nice to draw something different today. 2nd July 2025. So this is again one of the sketches which I washed a lot and then created this effect basically. And this person over here, he was moving a lot and making my life so hard as a person who is trying to draw this person. Then okay, so this person is holding his bag and there is a lot of attachment. That is what I felt, and then I wrote this uh, to capture my thoughts basically. One of the churches in Delft. It's a famous church in Delft. It is Togang Toran Newkirk. This is when my summer vacation starts, as I am going to catch my flight, and this is on my way to Schiphol airport, and you can see the bags over here, and I have written here, there is no greater joy than the joy of going out on a vacation. Then good reis is happy journey in Dutch. And then this is the B77300ER plane, Boeing 777. And yeah, I like the sketch of this plane so much. And this is the time when I'm going on a vacation, so my mood is so nice, like I'm so happy. And this is from inside that flight, whatever we have been given for a drink, and crunchy corn and Coca-Cola here. I think in this seat Romir is sitting, and to my right is Sanchita. There's this water bottle, and then these are the tickets of my summer vacation in 2025. And here I reach India, and then this is a scene from the Hull market. And yeah, so the next sketchbook captures my summer vacation in India, but this is the end of this sketchbook. And we all die. The goal isn't to live forever, the goal is to create something that will. And then there is a quote when I start this sketchbook also, which is like, and the day came when the risk to remain in bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. A nice nin. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching it. I hope you liked the sketchbook tour. This is the first sketchbook tour. I will upload similar videos, the second sketchbook tour, which also I have completed. So this is the second sketchbook which also I have completed, but on a different video. I will shoot it, but for now I will say goodbye to you all. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.